Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your boy CTG, and I'm back with another educational UFC 5 video. Because in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to break down smart pressure in UFC 5. Now, smart pressure can be a little bit different than just all-out pressure. All-out pressure, what I mean by that is like people that just walk forward, launching combinations at you. That's what I consider all-out pressure. Smart pressure is people that are walking forward and putting pressure on you, but they're not necessarily just staying in your face looking to launch combinations off at you. They're looking to time a strike and time a combination to get you hurt and then get you out of there. You see this a lot amongst elite level players in UFC 5. Guys like Swiss Lebix do it. GOAT does it very, very well. They put pressure on you by not throwing a lot of strikes, but just staying in your face enough to make you feel uncomfortable and enough to really make you make a big mistake so that they can capitalize on it. So here I'm going to be using Dricus Du Plessis, and I'm going up against Sean Strickland. Ironically, this is the title fight that's going to be happening on Saturday, and we're going to be taking on Ingrassi. Now, if you guys have been in my streams a lot, I fight Ingrassi quite a lot, and this guy's actually a pretty good striker. I'm not going to lie. He's known to have some pretty good pressure, so we're going to play it through, and I'm going to stop and break down as the fight goes along what I'm doing and the steps that I'm taking, so that way when you face guys like Ingrassi in ranked championships, you guys stand a better chance to deal with that style. So let's go ahead and play it through.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Quite early round action here, and it has been a remarkable rise to UFC prominence for Sean Strickland. He has always had the shiny record, but once he found this middleweight division, he took off like an
All right, so now the first thing you guys are going to see here, what I'm talking about with smart pressure, is you notice how he's not really taking a lot of back steps. This is how you know straight off the rip that your opponent wants to pressure you. The key to breaking down any kind of pressure is paying attention and paying close attention to the little small details of your opponent when they first come out. So you see we're already, 20 seconds into this fight almost, and he has yet to take a step past this ESPN mark right here. So he's going to want to put the pressure on. I know it. So now we're kind of switching our mindset into how are we going to deal with it.
absolute rocket. And even though there are stylistic challenges in this division, especially when it comes to strikers like this, Sean Strickland's undeterred. He believes that he knows how to outlast and break opponents, and he's going to try to not just break his opponent's face tonight, but break his will as well.
All right, so see here in the last, we stopped it at 4:41, so almost the last 30 seconds. I'm testing things right here. I'm throwing things out, but you don't see me launching combinations, a lot of combinations. You see me just testing out what is he blocking, what is he willing to give up. I threw a kick, he checked that. I threw strikes up top, he's slipping off trying to go down to the body with lead body hooks. But the one thing that I did see that I had success with was the body jab. He didn't block the body jab. I was able to combo a body jab into a combination up top with a two-piece. But overall, I can't overcommit down to the body and go down to the body too much, because as you've seen, when I tried to throw the front kick to gain a little bit of space, he caught it. So right here, it's just a filling out process. It's a filling out process, and this is what you have to do against people that are trying to apply smart pressure. You have to see what are they willing to give up? What are they willing to not block? What are they on heavy? What are they looking to stop you from doing? So right here you see he's not really trying to stop the body jabs. He's willing to take that because, in all honesty, if I was him, I would try to uppercut, time an uppercut on a body jab or a body straight, or let you work yourself into confidence going down to the body and then block counter you. So that's kind of what he's willing to give up, is the body jab and maybe occasionally a couple of leg kicks. But going up to the head, he's going to be looking to do his most damage. So that's kind of what I'm getting the feel for right here early in this fight. And we're not even a minute into this fight yet. I already kind of know what his strategy is going to be. So this is what I would recommend you guys doing against smart pressure fighters, is learning what they're going to give you and take what they're going to give you. Don't just, hey, I'm going to walk forward and launch combinations off at him to try to get him off me from pressuring. That's not the right mindset to have. You have to learn what they're going to give you and then work a game plan off of that. Right there, we went the nice body straight, combo to the head.
And the elbow continues to be the weapon of choice. That leg kick lands. My favorite shot.
All right, so you see here, this is important. The work that we were doing, we threw a body jab or a jab up to the head and a straight down to the body. And now we've gained a little bit of room, right? We've gained a little bit of room to circle off, back up and circle off if we need to. And we're not so close to the cage back here. So this is a win. We're starting to win this matchup, and we're starting to gain his respect a little bit. And this is what I tell people a lot of the time, for those of you guys that are in my streams. You have to make pressure fighters respect you. If you can do that, they will lay off of the pressure. They will. They'll take a back step. They'll allow you to gain a little bit of room walking forward and be able to, it'll give you opportunities to work their body or work in the game plan that you've kind of come up with on the fly. So you see right here, we're able to get ourselves out of the back of this black line on the octagon right here. And we're now in a pretty good spot, because if we get hurt, we have a lot of real estate to be able to do a lot of different exit strategies.
The game, another leg kick.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Well, his hooks have been a big storyline in this one. There it is again.
So now, one of the things I'm going to show you guys right here, as you guys see me slipping off, one of the things that I'm going to now try to do is I'm going to not back myself up back to where I was. I'm going to stand my ground and try to start establishing a rhythm of my own. Now, this is important because this is going to throw him off. This, last minute and a half of the round, he's been used to seeing me back up. He's been getting in a rhythm. I've let him pressure me and get me backed up. But now I'm going to switch course and stand my ground and try to establish a rhythm of my own. And this is going to kind of make him think, hey, you know what? This guy's not just backing up like he was. I have to adjust and now either look to counter strike or look to reestablish my rhythm at a different pace. So now we're going to start making him try to think. And this is what we want to do to him. We want to make him have to rethink pressuring us all fight long. So that's another tip that I'm going to give you guys. Once you gain the real estate back off of the cage, stand your ground and start to establish a rhythm against pressure fighters. Because if you can do this, you can start to kind of dictate when the exchanges are happening and when the strikes are being thrown and what strikes are being thrown. So you're going to see here, we're going to try to implement that as this round goes on.
So just when you thought maybe the opponent had made the requisite adjustments, he gets cracked again.
He gets cracked again, and it does not...
Now right there, I threw a really dumb strike that took me out of, that literally took me out of the range that I wanted to be at. And that's another tip that I have for you. Don't throw dumb strikes like that. You see, I just threw a knee moving backwards for no reason at all. And I literally gave up all that real estate that I just worked hard for. So don't do that. Don't be me. Don't just do exactly what I just did, because it was the dumbest thing I could have done. I've literally given up all the room that I've worked for.
Take many of those hooks to end your night.
Now we fought back. We've gained all that room back. Standing our ground.
March on, 3 minutes to go.
Hit him with a nice jab hook.
All right, he's been very clean with his hooks on the feet here tonight, and it's the way he set it up that has really impressed you.
Yeah.
And now you see I'm starting to land more. This head health is starting to go down more. The block is starting to go down more. I'm landing more because now when I was standing my ground, I'm dictating the rhythm of the fight. I'm dictating the pace, which means I'm choosing when the exchanges are happening. And because I'm choosing and dictating when the exchanges are happening, I'm now landing more than what I was earlier in the round. And this lets me know, you know what? I'm kind of throwing him off his game a little bit. He's not getting completely frustrated because he's landing too, but I'm winning a lot of the exchanges. My strikes are landing first. So that lets me know I'm starting to get a little bit of an edge.
It's very impressive to see him pop the jab, pop the right hand, just touch.
He's missing.
Boom. sit down on that hook, he's going to be trying to find it.
Nice lead hook.
You can see him setting up his opponent, trying to get the hands to drop.
Nice straight lead uppercut.
Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just
and notice the single shots. I'm not throwing a lot of combinations. And taking what he gives me.
Strickland's bleeding from the mouth now. A cut there.
Nice jab uppercut.
That doesn't look like fun.
Now, you see what I'm starting to do right here? That last elbow that I just threw was offbeat. He wasn't expecting it to come because I'm now starting to switch up the rhythm. And if you guys have watched my rhythm videos in the past, I told you guys, this can be very, very beneficial to you once you've established a rhythm. Once you started to dictate the exchanges in a fight like this, you can start now throwing offbeat strikes to start catching your opponent in vulnerability. So I threw that jab uppercut that I threw that got us that little hit stun that popped his head back for a second, just literally like maybe 10 seconds ago. That was offbeat. He wasn't expecting it to come because it wasn't in the rhythm of the fight. That elbow that I just threw while he was comboing, he wasn't expecting that to come because it was off rhythm. It was offbeat. So now we're starting to catch him with some offbeat strikes, and now we can look to do major damage if he doesn't adjust.
Now a kick to the body.
Nice slip counter.
Right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he lands. Great job.
Ooh, there was a combo. So now the reason why that happened is, again, he wasn't expecting me to throw a 4-piece combination, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't, because I haven't thrown a 4-piece combination like that very frequently in this fight. So when somebody, you got to understand, when you're a pressure fighter like Ingrassi is here, you're used to just dictating the pace to your opponent. And you're not used to them trying to combo off you're not used to seeing them combo a lot. So I've been working single strikes. I've been working double strike combinations. But I haven't been launching off a lot of 4-piece combinations. So he hasn't gotten used to seeing those. He's only gotten used to seeing, hey, he's ripping me to the body with the lead body hook. He's coming up with an elbow. He's throwing a jab uppercut. 1 to 2-piece combinations is what he's used to seeing. So when I launched off that 4-piece combination, he was expecting a 2-piece or a single strike. So when the 4-piece came out, it did all of that damage and we were able to knock him down. So see, now I know in the course of this fight that I have him. And when you're in fights like that, when you're facing somebody like this and you knock them down and you start seeing that the combinations are landing, you should know you're starting to break them a little bit. If they don't adjust, if he doesn't adjust quickly here, it's going to snowball on him real fast, because I'm feeling super comfortable at this point because now I've knocked him down. Now I've alleviated a lot of this pressure and switched it all onto him. So even though he's walking forward, he's still starting to feel he's starting to feel a lot more of the pressure than I am. Nice jab straight.
All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. You got to go and get it. You got to go find the finish.
See, he's starting to miss a lot of his shots now.
Like that. Because now he will be motivated to try to go and hurt you as you hurt him. I give one.
So now he's looking to counter now.
You take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut.
So you see here, he landed a clean pull counter lead hook, but you see the strategy has shifted. It's more counter pressure now, it's more counter pressure now. He's now looking to counter because he realizes I'm not going to be able to switch the rhythm of the fight. He's dictating to me and he's landing a lot. So what I need to do in order to reset things here is I need to start countering. And that's what he's looking to do. You see him moving his head a lot. He landed this beautifully timed pull counter lead hook. So that's now what we have to adjust to, is him looking to counter. But we don't want to let him start to control the pace again, Because if we do, we're going to get in a lot of trouble because, like I said, we can get backed up to this cage very, very easily.
Oh, how good is this? Both men going for the finish. Oh, big left hook there.
Oh, my goodness.
Entertaining scraps.
So now, what did you guys see that I did right there? I started to plant the seed of what I'm going to be building on in the second round. I see him trying to pressure me. I leg kicked him 3 times. He didn't block it. So now what we're going to try to do to combat the counter game plan that he's now trying to implement, we're going to start going down to the body. Because if he slips, we can go down to the body, but we can also leg kick. Because if we just continually rip to the body with body shots, he can slip uppercut us, and that'll do a lot of damage. So we want to work body shots and leg kicks if he's going to continue to have this sort of game plan in the second round. So overall, very, very good round from us there in the first round.
Not necessarily a Robbie Lawler lip opening, if you know what I'm talking about, but certainly something that... All right, let us show you the highlights now from that.
There was that clean 4-piece.
You ready to fight?
All right, so let's see what he does here in the second round.
Here we go with round 2. All right, next.
Now, I know those of you guys are going to say, oh, he didn't touch your glove. You didn't touch his glove. I don't touch gloves of a lot of people, like 99% of the people in the community, because you never know. When you have somebody so frustrated, they could fake glove touch you. And I've been fake glove touched enough to know I'm not trying to do that. So that's why I didn't touch his glove right there. Not because I don't respect what he's doing.
Round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't 2 guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times.
He's back
they
on the
came
pressure.
together and you saw the skill level of these 2 fighters.
Now, after about 40 seconds, here you see he's back to doing what he was doing in the first round. He's now sped up his strike timing. So he's now throwing combinations a split second faster than what he was at the beginning of the first round. So he's switched up from the counter striking to now he's trying to beat me to the punch every single time. He's trying to guess my timing. So that's going to make us have to readjust what we're doing and make us have to go back to the strategy that we had at the beginning of the first round to gain the respect back. So you're going to see exactly what we do here.
Pretty good jab there by Dracus du Plessis.
Just taking our time.
Big hook.
Nice jab, lead hook.
All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head.
Backed
making
ourselves
sure
up off the
he's not
cage.
taking those damaging strikes up top.
Barely missed on that jab straight.
Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now
Right there, we beat him. Right there is where we beat him. Let's go back and rewatch that in slow motion real quick. So, what I did here is I literally waited because I know he likes to play off at this range right here, right? He wants to be on the outside because of Sean Strickland's reach. He likes to play out here. So I baited him into this.
landed that massive shot.
Bam. So what did he do? He's been throwing a lot of double jabs. He's been throwing a lot of double jabs.
Lands there, DC.
He landed that
So right there, he threw a double jab. And then he paused on the straight. So once I seen him pause on that straight, that lets me know he's trying to reset. I need to go. I need to throw something back. So right here, he's inside my range. Obviously, Dricus's fist is landing on his face. So now it's going to come down to whoever inputs their combination the fastest is going to win the exchange. But because he double jabbed and feinted, it takes a split second to reset. And this is where the little intricacies of UFC 5 really come into play. Because I know after you feint, you can't launch a combination off with the same speed as if you didn't feint. So he feinted, I didn't feint. So I'm at a frame advantage by maybe 1 or 2 frames. So now I'm going to jab straight, lead hook, And it's going to land on him in vulnerability because he's trying to throw a combination. And you guys are going to see exactly right here what happens. I'm just a split second faster. Jab straight, lead hook, hits him in full vulnerability. And look at that head health is already down low. Already down low. Going for the ground and pound finish. And we get it done. So, this is what I've been talking about with you guys. This is what I've been trying to tell you. When you start to dictate what your opponent does, you can start trying to set them up. And then when you set them up, you need to be paying attention to what they're doing in order to capitalize on their mistakes. So right there, literally, it's a split second. And this is what separates elite guys from non-elite guys. Elite guys will pick up on that you just did this. And I did. I picked up on it. So I'm going to launch off my combination and I'm able to get the finish. So that's something that I can't stress to you guys enough. Pay attention to what your opponent is doing and do not let them frazzle you. Do not let them shake your brain up with the pressure. You have to be calm and calculated and pay attention to what they're doing. And when they make a mistake, just like when you make a mistake, you capitalize on it. The same way, if I made this same mistake, he would have capitalized on it. I'm going to do the same thing to him because he made a crucial mistake and I was able, it really cost him this fight. Bam, dropped him. We get down here and we're able to get the finish. But that's how you do it. That's how you beat smart pressure in UFC 5. That's really how you got to do it. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you guys have any questions on anything that I broke down in this video, please drop a comment in the comment section. I'm going to be answering a lot of the comments on this video. And if you need me to elaborate on it, I'm more than willing to not only type a comment in the comment section, but make another video for you guys breaking down exactly what I did in depth even more in this fight. But that's it. Make sure if you guys are new to the channel to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. I do post UFC 5 content on this channel daily as well as MMA content in general. I just made that UFC 300 announcement video. So if you guys like MMA, then this is the channel for you guys. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.